with the denizens of the church once again rocking up, causing some mayhem, setting down a impenetrable barrier, light from the heavens themselves, sacrificing their own members of the ranks to bolster that sacred weapon. But hey, once it's all over, their deity is obviously going to welcome them with open arms. And not at all sneer with derision. But at least we know one thing. The Pope is trapped in the cathedral as well. So there's only one real way out. So the Queen's detachment force coming in to save the day. It's good to see that she's actually gearing up to be on the front lines herself rather than commanding from the rear. You could probably have some armor which covers a bit more effectively and, well, fantasy. Of course, they'd be a bit more adorned if it's royalty. Is his name Biscuit? And everyone else is also being attacked in there, but mostly those two. Hopefully this is going to be the last that we see of Biscuit T Bishop dude. I do like the tolling of the bells, though. Really gives it more of an imposing vibe. Are you going to use 100 swords again? They always have like the same 4 attacks. As an undercurrent of organ to go along with this. It's like it's perfectly apt for the scene that we see, especially with the church. Now, which will give out first? He has no choice in the matter. Which is going to give out first? The believer's mana pool? Or the hero's stamina? Attack him. Does that a counter shield? It's... Oh no. Yeah, he was bathed in a holy pyre and still retained no injuries. Ah. Nothing like a light breeze. How fervent is your belief? All the sooner to meet their God. well, if the heroes survive that kind of attack, then you can't extract mana from bodies, hopefully. Because they have fallen so far into... Well, they rely on the church for their existence. On many, many levels, Philo, yes. You can't just rely on him every time something big happens. Then why don't you do something? If you're so high leveled. Is the curse shield being released without his intent? After being told, don't use it. The thing is, all the other heroes will probably have curse variants of their own weapons, but what they'll have to go through to unlock them. Is he now thrown back into like sensory deprivation with only these scenes to keep him company? Hopefully the little bit that the Queen put on his armour he has gone through a lot and not really had many ways to expel that, I guess, anger, rage, fury. He needs to find a proper outlet. Oh, it is spreading a lot more than just the arms. The thing is, if he can release it, but keep it directed. But then again, rage and anger as a weapon usually falls to skill. It is a temptation, but also complete at odds with what he's been doing for the other rest of it. But is Raftalia going to cut through? Hopefully with the help of Philo, actually. And what does this dragon, soul of a dragon, gain from pushing him further? Do you really want to aggravate him right now? It is putting more credence towards the church's claims, though. It's slightly upsetting that his own willpower isn't able to hold him for too long. But and are his actions within this realm also played out in reality, like that wide sweep? And his normal journey with his little party worth more than revenge? And if you can find a way of getting better without having to rely on this curse. The thing is, as soon as he starts to open his feelings, what's going to come rushing through straight away? Knowing her hunger? Yeah. And is everyone else just watching this? Are you okay? You've been... Oh, he's been burning all around him. But he's been spaced out for 15 minutes. And their burns are really in, like, sporadic placements. Hopefully she's not cursed again. That's probably the dragon, not the cursed shield, but still. On the fly plan building is going to be slightly difficult when you're up against this kind of battle. But the fact that he took first action there. Sure you are. Wow, you sound like a cheesy 90s Saturday morning TV show. Unfortunately, their talking had let him charge up. Does that come now that he casted the big full fun draw attack and the shield hero stopped it? Does he have a bit of fear? Because they're not going to have another chance at that. Ah, the music starts. Don't stop firing until your mana is drained. Because it takes him time to recharge. Also, will her mana sword be useful here? Actually being of use. How many barriers can your spear pierce? To be fair to the bishop man, he's still standing after receiving 2 4 attacks. Actually having his hair pulled back by the wind. Well, I guess just air resistance movement. Which is stronger, the dragon or the phoenix? Yeah, there's still believers out there who are able to heal him up. Oh shit, it was looking so good for a moment. Yeah, I was about to say, did it always have that, or did the holy weapon pick it up by fighting with them just now? Ah, he's actually using the bow now. We didn't get to see that one. A nice effect, though. Ah. How many can you protect from when there are thousands? Really? Which is more effective, the arrows of light or the laughter? They can't take a moment to catch what's going on without being hit slightly. And health is waning. She's arrived. Can it interrupt and go through the cathedral? That's a good horse. We have a shitty sculpture now. It appears the Queen is more powerful than the Church. What's he going to use? Blood sacrifice. Yeah, this is a move that makes him look like a hero. I mean, did he not understand what would be happening there? He seems confused. Blood sacrifice, usually comes at someone's detriment. just a delayed activation. Oh, he got munched. In the process of getting munched. It's just, there we go. I was going to say it's a matter of time, but... Okay, now he's... Christ! Can't even help you here. I didn't think we'd expect to be shown those giant jaws tearing through his face. Win. You're still alive. The thing is now, though, how's Naofumi after losing quarts of blood? Is he just barely hanging on? I mean, the waves still need him. He can't fall now. And there's a few episodes left. Well, she better get to fast acting. I'm not sure how long he's got. Philo looks really upset. More, like, doesn't really care about the Queen. Yeah, introductions can be held later. Still not entirely happy about meeting royalty. I mean, can you blame him? She did help out, but it did take months. But now that the Queen has actually showed herself, is she going to slap down the king? Abolish the church? What's the other word? Admonish the king. But what was she embroiled in which kept her away from Merrimark for so long? And now that she's back, is the crusade against the shield hero going to cease? At this point, I'd accept it easing up slightly. And there we have it, apparently the power of God and religion doesn't really do much in the wake of crunching steel. Although it is a very good visual lesson and reminder to the other heroes, and actually the shield hero himself, that power comes at a cost. Today it was the followers of the religion. In the past, it was the people of the land after the heroes didn't quite do their duty. And also, rather than having thousands of base civilians behind you, the Queen cut through the cathedral with her own power. That raises some questions. One daughter seemed very pleased to have her mother back. We didn't get much of a reaction from the other. One can only imagine, though. But we are one more step closer to reuniting the heroes together under one banner. Hopefully then spreading across the world and helping out in other regions. These people have been far too greedy. But one thing I did pick up on. Even though you're a lower level shield hero, how are you so much stronger? What kind of skills do you have? Where did you get them? How can I use them? Okay. What about you? Various heroes. How have you got a higher level and yet seeming capable of using more than 2 or 3 moves and being virtually ineffective anyway? And the fact they've been backed by the country all this time is basically what happens if you have someone that just opens their wallet but doesn't actually know how to play the game. But how is the populace going to take the church coming down? Were there some recorders showing what was transpiring? But with the clock still ticking, hopefully Naofumi can get healed up, we can get to the class upgrades, and push along a little bit more. Then of course there's the fact of Glass still remains out there in the wild, and whoever else she's conspiring with. What the hell is going on? To find out, I'm going to need to watch the next one, and if you already know, you may be pleased to see what I think of it, so you may want to join me again. Subscribe to the channel and you won't miss out, hopefully. Like and comment down below if you enjoyed this one, and after what we saw, try to keep your bodily fluids, inside. If not for your own health, just so we don't summon something like that. See you in the next one. The world is full of danger, and obviously there's not much we can do about it. If you want to escape from religion, extremism, being trapped in a confined space with people you don't really like, consider joining on to my Patreon instead, and we can enjoy watching a lot more anime together. But whatever you decide, I still need to thank Sal, Electricant, Arthea, Noku, Shiwan, Mecha, Jennifer Rojas, Stinsfire, Pickboy, Mats, Rasmus Paulson, Girly, Dark Shadow 7899, Raywin, Kite, and everyone else. Because hopefully with your support, I won't go needing to fend for myself.